3, 2, 1. Greetings, everyone. This is Silver and Infinite the Jack Productions, and look what I finally found. This was not easy to get these. I had went to a local Walmart today, and look what I had scored. I found the 80th anniversary 3-packs that I was missing. Before I get on to these guys, let's review one I already had. Here's James. Despite this fat ass, I love James's character, so let's get him opened. Fan camera down. Actually, before we look at James, let's look at the box real quick. Nitrogen James render. Another Nitrogen James render. Of course, this is classic James. Here is the James himself. Before we get on to him, I need to get the rest of his pack pieces out. First things first, let's look at the Red Rocket himself without the tender. As you can see, he is a bit chubby, but that's because they had to cram some AAAs into his motor. There's his face. Not a bad James face. I probably won't get the big friends. I don't know if I will get the big friends of James. I don't think I'll get the big friends. I don't know if I'll get the big friends. Here's his tender. Cold Node is removable. I think this is a reuse from the Talking James and Gordon packs. And of course, the new tanker, which is a bit better than the reboot tankers we've had. This is actually a new mold and it's completely attached. Love it. For James, I think for this pack alone, I think getting this would be the only way you can get a James in the US right now. So I'm going to say I'm going to give it a 9.5. They did give him a white running board. Just like the lads over here we'll get to in a second. Next up, let's look at the star-bending bastard himself, Thomas. Before you ask, do I already have a Thomas? Kind of, but it's just the original release of the lad. While looking at the top, here is the Thomas render. I think it's the Nitrogen render. And then this side is the Weirdly Arc Productions render. Not my favorite. While opening this up, oh, come on, get out. Hold on. I don't want to ruin the box. Give me a sec again. Okay. While looking at Thomas, a couple from his trucks first, you can see that he is perfect. I don't understand the weathering detail. Also, he is a runner. Here's his face. I actually think it's a bit better than the individual Thomas. I think it's a bit better in my opinion. I can see what you want to say about it. It's still superior. Next up are the troublesome trucks we get. Yes. I only wanted this pack, not for Thomas, but for these. While looking at the trucks, Thomas's trucks loads are removable. Looks like these are from the All Engines Go series of toys. I'm not a big fan on the All Engines Go kind of style of trucks. But these are really cool trucks. They don't wobble, sadly, but you know what? This is a perfect 3-pack as well. I give this a 10 for being great with Thomas and the 2 trucks. Put these aside with the bastard. Let's do eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tender engine by its tail. Or the Gordon. I know. I already have Gordon. Well, you're kind of right, but I have the single release of him. I only bought this for the 80th variant of him with the right running board. I can just pull him out like this if I have to. There's the fat whale. I call him the fat whale because he's way too obese. Got the tender. And of course, supposedly the coach here is a reuse of the, All Engines Go, Annie, and Clarabelle models, which I think that is true. While looking at Gordon, he is a bit... But the sign looks good until you look at that face. Oh, yeah. He looks so fat. There's the white running board. Nice. Here's the tender, again, removable coal, just like the talking model. And then the Annie and Clarabelle coach, I'm going to call this the repainted Annie and Clarabelle. Hold on. how would I rate this Gordon? For being a fat fucking piece of shit, I'm making a 8.5, a 5.5 out of 10. I'm sorry. It's just not Gordon. It's just really not Gordon. It just looks so fat. Next up, the final one on the set of release, Flying Scotsman. Yes, I have one now. Let's get into them. Before I do first things first, I didn't get to show Gordon's box. I'm really sorry. I was not paying attention to the box here. Here's the top with Gordon's render, which is with nitrogen, and another nitrogen promo of Gordon. While looking at Flying Scotsman's box, there is the top of him, Arc Productions Scotsman render, and another Scotsman Arc Productions render. While opening up this lovely lad, this lovely tender engine looks fantastic. I know on camera it turns out blue, but in person he's a big shade of green. While looking at the model, he has a really good face. I don't think he's winking, I think he's just smirking. He is a runner. When these guys were first shown off, I was pretty excited. While looking at his tenders, which are a bit... They're basically, this one's a Duchess tender, while this one is more of a water tender, I guess. And let's get him rehooked back up to his tenders real quick. And yes, I will be actually showing off one more item in this collection I have. I have Percy. Yeah, by the way, I got him in that multi-pack, so why the fuck do I even care? I like Percy. And I do have one other thing. I have the assortment box. This is bigger than usual, but that was every single 80th anniversary engine. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. This is Silver and Into the Jackal, signing out.